In today's video, we're going to discuss and review the brand new 8-inch Invisible Man figure from Mego. Welcome to the Swearwolves. I'm Brett. If you're a returning subscriber, I just want to say thank you for coming back. And if you're new to this channel, thanks for stopping by. If you enjoy this sort of content, please consider clicking both that subscribe button as well as that notification bell below. We are the Swearwolves, just a couple of horror fans and collectors who review anything and everything we get that is horror related. From action figures and toys to soundtracks, video games, various collectibles, you name it. And today we are talking about this Invisible Man figure from Mego. Invisible Man, classic horror film, classic Universal horror film. It's up there with one of the all-time greats. It's funny, and it's really good about this guy who just basically goes insane. But the Invisible Man action figure, it says right down here at the bottom, 8-inch action figure, 14 points of articulation. And there we see it right here in the front in this window box. Now, I do like the packaging that Mego is using nowadays. They've gone away from those card backs, and they've now started to release these figures in boxes, which I guess is a throwback to the old 60s and 70s Mego figures, because this is how they came back then. I'm a little too young for that, but that's my understanding at least. So, other sides of the packaging here, we have the Invisible Man, of course, and that's from the movie, and it just says the Invisible Man, 8-inch action figure. Backside, another still image from the movie, and it gives a little blurb about Marty Abrams, who's the father of the action figure, Mego founder, I guess. And that's about it. So there's not really much to this. However, I will say, I really like this packaging, and I think it would work well if someone was an inbox collector who didn't want to open their action figures. They could keep them in boxes like this, and I could see it displaying well. Like if you had a shelf, you could display them sideways, so you could get this artwork, kind of like a bookshelf type thing going on there. But me, I like to open my toys. So why don't we go ahead and open this up and give it a proper review. All right, I got the figure opened up. Before we get into discussing all the details on this figure, let's go ahead and talk about the articulation. Now, there's supposed to be 14 points of articulation, which there usually is in these Mego figures, but let's go through it here. The head just turns left and right. It doesn't go up and down. It's not on a like a ball joint. It just turns left and right. We do have that ball joint in the arm right here, though. And then we have elbow. Wrist action goes in and out, and then turns back and forth. We have the waist right here, turns. We have the hips, legs go out and back and forth like this. We have the knee, where's the knee joint? Oh, right there. The knee bends, and then the foot bends backwards and forwards, and then this whole thing turns in and out. So, if you were counting along, that was 14. Let's just call it 14. One thing that I do like about the Mego figures, more so than maybe some of the NECA figures, is that they stand on their own pretty easily. You don't have to necessarily put them in stands all the time. This one, I'm seeing that I have a little bit of loose joints in this left leg. So it's causing that foot to bend a little bit. But other than that, like, it stands pretty nice. It's got a nice center of gravity and pretty much out of the box. Whoops. These can stand on their own without much help. You can always get doll stands to help these guys out, help them stand up, but not necessary all the time. Let's go ahead and talk about the detail here. We have the Invisible Man. Now, I'm very, very pleased with this figure. I think that Mego has really been stepping up their game lately. Not that I didn't like some of their older figures, but some of them I would see and I would be like, meh, okay. But this one just looks really good. I think the face sculpt on this head here, the head sculpt, I should say, not much of a face, is really good. We'll give you a full thing all the way around. And You get the bandages and a little bit of weathering on these bandages. And of course with the sunglasses. It's really, really good. I think they did a really good job of capturing that. And you can see that in the background here, capturing that Invisible Man look. Down to the clothes, of course, these are all cloth goods. It's got a little ascot on. It's got this like, what is this, buffalo plaid on his smoking jacket, which just looks really nice. I think they did a really good job of replicating that. For the most part, I mean, it's different than what's in the movie, but it looks good enough to me. And then the thing that I like the most is that these hands and arms are all see-through. Like, he's invisible. He's the Invisible Man. The legs are as well. And the feet, these shoes do come off. The feet are in see-through plastic as well. So I do like that because I'm not going to undress him, but that's kind of cool that he is invisible, right? Speaking of hands, there's not much to the detail as far as these hands go. I mean, this isn't a NECA Ultimate figure, and we're not going to get the same level of detail that we're going to get in those, but this is also half the price or 2/3 of the price of a NECA Ultimate. So for the money that you're paying for this, the $15 to $20 that you're paying for a figure like this, I think this was $15.99 if I'm not mistaken at Walmart. So $15.99 is a good deal these days for a figure like this, and this is a good quality figure with these cloth goods and everything. If you're a Universal horror fan, this is a must-have. Like I said, he stands up pretty much on his own. Pretty good, but we got the pants here, and again, there's no weathering like in the clothes or the shoes or anything like that. But I'm okay with that. If you wanted to, you could scuff them up a little bit, but it's not necessary. I don't think in a figure like this. The backside, it's just the backside, but everything looks good, and the shoes are just these like rubber loafer type shoes. All in all, I really do like this figure. In fact, I'm thinking about buying another one just so I can have two and I can keep one in the package because I really like how it looked in the package. But I just bought one for right now because I wanted to have it for my collection, but also because I'm usually not in the box, I don't really have the room to store a lot of that stuff. But this one, I'm thinking I might make an exception. I don't know. What are your thoughts on this figure? I personally am going to give it 5 out of 5 Pamela Voorhees heads. But I'd love to know what your thoughts are on this figure. And if you have any comments on this review, go ahead and put all those kind of comments down in the comment section below. And if you haven't yet subscribed and you feel so inclined, click that subscribe button as well as that notification bell. We are the Swearwolves, and we have a weekly show in which we review horror movies. So if you enjoy podcasts, please check us out by searching for the Swearwolves wherever you listen to your favorite podcasts. Or you can visit our website at theswearwolves.com. So, for the Swearwolves, I'm Brett.